Okay, so here begins the final run at Legend. I didn't expect it necessarily to be the final run at Legend, but it ended up being the final run at Legend. So this is the first game against the Hunter. Again, we want to protect against Face Hunter, so we're just going to pitch everything except the Praise Galakrond. Praise Galakrond is one of the best cards on our deck. Even against the Face Hunter. So this is okay. We have the sap for his 2-mana guy. I always say it's good to have the sap for the 2-mana guy, but you never want to play the sap early. The way that you need to play sap is proactively. You only ever want to play sap in a way that you can develop something on board too. Because if you sap something and he can just drop it the next turn, you haven't done anything. You've just played 2 mana and chilled. Here we're going to dagger and then attack his face. You don't ever want to just play 2 mana and chill. We're an aggressive deck. Here I want to get the damage in because I don't have any plays for next turn. So we've really just kind of missed 1 damage and we're likely to re-dagger next turn anyway. Questing Explorer is pretty good for him. Seal Fate is pretty amazing for us. Paid off for not attacking last turn. I guess it's somewhat reasonable to not attack just expecting that you're going to hit a 3-drop. There's so many 3-drops in our deck. There's 2 SI agents. There's... Actually, I think at this point we've already swapped out one of the SI agents for the Shark. So we have 1 SI agent, we have 2 Miscreants, we have an Edwin. Edwin you can't really play. We have 2 Seal Fates. We have a few options for turn 3. So I guess you can somewhat consider leaving this at home and not putting in that extra damage. So here we go, Devoted Maniac. Just clear the board and keep a Devoted Maniac on board. He needs to summon his Rush minions. Ideally, the way we want to make him summon all his Rush minions is with Plague of Locusts, because that way he doesn't actually get his 4/4 Griffin reward. So let's just fast forward through this. There's only 1 play to make. There's really nothing else to do. I'm not sure what I was considering with the Draconic Lackey. Maybe Draconic Lackey prays Galakrond and then dagger. It seems awful. Maybe you're just hoping to get something that you can play next turn, but it's alright. Another Lackey that you can play with it, that's alright. We have the Faceless Lackey. That's the best Lackey in the early game. So that's quite good. We could even Shark double Faceless, because we have here our second Shark in the deck, and we don't really have any other options. Otherwise, we're really just going to Faceless, Praise Galakrond, Draconic Lackey, pass. I think it's okay to Shark here, even though we don't really have much to do next turn. But maybe we can do our Draconic Lackey next turn and get something to play. Or maybe we can draw into like our Miscreant, and then we can use that with the Shark. I think we just want to play the Shark just because we just want to use our mana right now. We don't really have much else to do, and Faceless is super good with the Shark, so... Develop a little bit of a board. He has to deal with things. He has to deal with the Lackey because he doesn't want to list Hogwaggle next turn, which means that he can't deal with both of these, or he can't deal with a whole 2-mana thing just from his weapon. See, he uses Swarm of Locusts and now he has to miss out on his quest. So this is amazing for us. And he used the coin to do it just to clear off this board, so it ends up being really nice. Little BM. Just a little bit of BM there. So he's going to clear off this board. And now we draw our Life Drinker. So definitely want to just start with the Lackey here. I really like Evasive Feywing because they can never damage it. And I think I probably overpick Feywing. Marsh Drake is actually pretty good. I really underpick Marsh Drake because I just never want to deal with the Poisonous Drake Slayer, but we run so many tokens that it's just super good to get a 5/4 for 3 mana. And of course, Cobalt Spellkin is decent as well. It gives us a couple 1 mana options, but mainly the reason you're picking Cobalt Spellkin is to have the 3/5 body. So here I think we want to probably take the Marsh Drake. I think I'm very likely to take the Feywing here. I think you could even take the Cobalt Spellkin and get more Shark value, but not super useful. I think we probably want to praise Galakrond and Life Drinker this turn. So yeah, I think we probably want to take the Marsh Drake here, but I think I'll probably take the Feywing. Here we want to take the Amalgam. We want to take Amalgam there because it's less stuff to, and now I'm starting to remember this game, I think what ends up happening is I regret not taking the Cobalt Spellkin here, because I really want the Amalgam next turn, and I think what I'm actually going to take is the Cobalt Spellkin out of the next group, and then I'm not going to have the Amalgam, and I'm going to have an opportunity where I would have liked to have a 3-mana option, and I don't have the 3-mana option because I took the Cobalt Spellkin here. We can never take DQ. We don't even have anything to do with DQ. So yeah, we praise Galakrond the shark, because next turn he's going to clear off the shark anyway, so might as well have one damage on it so that it can take care of these locusts here. So that's clever. That's well played. And then I think we just want to drop the Life Drinker here probably. Probably go face. He's going to do the trading for us. Yeah, let me know if you guys don't like the skipping around stuff. I know that if I don't skip around, it makes the videos a little longer. But sometimes, like, we've already discussed the play, and so we just skip. But I know it kind of makes it feel abrupt and maybe kind of weird once in a while. So he just played his Locusts last turn, so no Locust follow-up. He has 13 of 20 done. Let him track through here, and let him clear off his board, and then probably just hit the hero power button. So that's a really slow turn for him, especially since he had to use his coin on turn 5, and then for him to have a really slow follow-up on turn 6, that's super good for us. This is really a big opportunity for us to just kind of dump our hand onto the board, do some big things. We could Galakrond here if we wanted to. It's certainly an opportunity to Galakrond. You know, and again, when they have no pressure up on you, you want to just drop your Galakrond when you can. You're not always going to be able to get your full invocations off. Here we only need one more invocation, but we don't have any invocations in our hand. If we don't take this opportunity now, we may not be able to get it. He's getting closer and closer to completing his quest. Once he gets his quest complete, it's really tough for us to play our Galakrond because he's just going to have too much pressure on board at all times. So this is a reasonable time to drop Galakrond. It would also be a reasonable time to drop our Feywing and our Amalgam. If we had taken the Amalgam last turn, we didn't take the Amalgam last turn, so now we're stuck. We can't play that. So I think we really do just want a Galakrond here. If we had taken the Amalgam, we could have probably evasive Feywinged and Amalgamed. Here I don't think it's right. Here I think we should be Galakronding. Plague of Madness, Dragon's Horde, they're okay cards, they're decent cards. Plague of Madness sometimes lets you get more damage in. The only time you really want a Plague of Madness is to give your opponent the Plague of Madness is when you have big guys on board and they're low on health. So like you have a Shield of Galakrond on board and he's at like 8 health. He can't attack into the Shield of Galakrond even though he's heavily incentivized to do so. This has worked out very nicely for us because both of his idiots are at 1 health and we have a Kobold Lackey in hand. And now we have the Edwin, so now we can really be setting up a big Edwin turn. That's probably the way to go. Ooh, we probably want to start with the Dragon's Horde. We want a Kobold Lackey. We want to... Again, having the Amalgam would be able to make it happen really easily. Zizaraku is protection against the face. Grom is just a way to finish the game. Tony is also a way to finish the game. I think we probably want to go for a way to finish the game. Tony works because we have a lot of small spells, but Grom is just really, really, really strong. And if we save the Kobold Lackey, we can just put it on the Grom and then we have 10 damage to the face. And we only have a little bit more to do, and we're getting our Edwin off this turn and probably doing a lot of big damage. So we're probably down to take the Grom this turn. We can also potentially hit him with the Plague, because that way we give him a way to clear the Edwin, but it's really, really, really high pressure situation for him. He's going to be stuck. Otherwise, we don't have too many options. Maybe we just want to go evasive Feywing and Edwin, but then we can't clear the board, so we really need to be able to clear the board here with the Kobold Lackey. So we only have 6 mana left to work with. So maybe we just want to put an Eviscerate upstairs, maybe Plague of Madness, and then Edwin, and then hold the Grom, I think. I think that's the way. I think we go Grom, Plague of Madness, Kobold Lackey, attack, Kobold Lackey, Plague of Madness, Eviscerate the Face, and then Edwin. And then next turn we're gonna Grom to finish him off with the second Eviscerate. I guess we can't do it next turn, so maybe in 2 turns we're gonna do that. We're gonna pull that off. We have 2 saps, pretty good. I don't see much else to do here other than get up a big Edwin. We don't necessarily have to Plague of Madness. I don't mind Plague of Madnessing because I want to incentivize him to take more damage to the face. And it gives us a stronger Edwin, a bigger Edwin. But I can also appreciate not going Plague of Madness and just dropping the Edwin here and just protecting the Edwin more. But do you see what I'm saying? Like if we let him Plague of Madness, the Edwin, he's down to 7. He's probably not going to Plague of Madness the Edwin then, you know? But maybe he will Plague of Madness the Kobold Lackey. So maybe we're not Plaguing of Madness to protect the Lackey a little bit. Because even with the Swarm of Locusts, like, it's not enough to do anything. Oh yeah, he does get the hero power, okay. So that's pretty good. So now, probably just Shield of Galakrond. Probably we just keep protecting the face until we can get our Grom to go upstairs. We probably want to Evasive Feywing here, but maybe we want to just, now that we get the Faceless Lackey, we can afford to Dagger. Because we can just keep putting more guys on board. And again, we can use the Plague, so we can force him to... But he doesn't need to... Yeah, we can use the Plague here because he's not going to use the Plague to kill off the 4/5. He's just going to use his... hero power, so I think it's okay to Plague here. But again, like, what is Plague actually actively doing for us? It's just giving him a weapon to use against us, so we already have our own weapons, so it's probably fine to do it this way. And when I say probably fine, I mean it's better to do it this way, right? So, big Zilliax, kind of annoying. We have our Galakrond. We have our Tog here now. So our Grom plan is not going to be able to work. We're probably going to have to Eviscerate his 5/2. We could Zap the Zilliax, but I don't want to Zap the Zilliax. I don't want him to be able to use it again. I think we're going to probably start with Galakrond here, because we just need to go Galakrond at some point, and look for options. So we start there with the Galakrond, for sure. High Spare and Togwaggle only draws you 3 cards and you use up 9 mana. Galakrond draws you 4 cards and you only use up 7 mana. There's no other play. You just have to go Galakrond. There's nothing else to do here. So I guess we want to go sap the Explorer first. Okay. I guess we're just assuming that Galakrond's going to give us backstabs or eviscerates or something to deal with the Zilly. And if it doesn't, we'll just use our 3/2. So this is fine. This is good. Sapping the Questing Explorer, it's a useless card for him. It's not doing anything. There's our backstab. There's our other backstab. We can use both backstabs. It's okay. It's okay that they're all light cards because, watch, we're going to win the game with them anyway. He can't stop us. Probably use the second backstab to protect our 3/2. You praise the Galakrond. I would have praised Galakrond on the 3/2 first. Especially because we want something to do with our final mana, you know? We could have just put another Lackey on board. This is okay, we're in range to win. Next turn we just Grom, Eviscerate, and we win the game. Oh, see, this is too slow. You can't win this turn. If he's playing Cult Master, it's not a winning turn, so we're definitely going to win this game now. Because we just have everything from hand. As long as he doesn't put a taunt out, we win the game. Yeah, he's just drawing. It's all good. There's nothing. That's useless. And the Sapped Explorer, and now we just win the game. I think even Kronks possibly wins the game. But this will just do it. We didn't even have to Eviscerate the Grom, we could just Eviscerate the face. So nicely done here. Again, keep the board clear as long as you can. Tempo, tempo, tempo. High tempo. High tempo wins games, you know? Just keep the tempo strong and just run them off the board. Couple misplays here. Couple things that we could have done a little bit better. I think we could have taken an opportunity to Galakrond sooner, but it ended up working out in our favor here. We could have Galakronded on this turn, and I think that would have been okay, but I think in this case, saving it and getting the fully upgraded invocation was really good. Maybe if we hadn't drawn this, maybe if we hadn't drawn the Shield of Galakrond here, maybe we would have had to been forced to Galakrond, because we don't really have anything else to do. When we draw the Shield of Galakrond on this coming turn, on turn 9, then it makes it a little clearer for us, because we can get our final invocation on Galakrond, and all we have to do is use a taunt up. So I think this is actually fine to use the Shield of Galakrond here, and just keep saving the Eviscerate for that Grom to come over the top. I think we should have used our Praise Galakrond, our 0 mana Praise Galakrond on our 3/2 at some point. When do we don't get it yet. We get it now. Yeah, we should use the Praise Galakrond on the 3/2, because that way we can possibly get a Kobold Lackey to use for the Grom. And that way we can end up burning our Eviscerate. But ended up working quite nicely. So, good game. And good start to this final run.